हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल स्टडी मंत्रा। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट एंड दोस्त डॉक्टर मानसी मिश्रा। स्टडी मंत्रा हैज़ कंडक्टेड अ मॉक टेस्ट ऑन 9th of August for MNS candidates. Today we are going to see the question paper. Today we are going to solve the question paper. I will give you the explanation of all the asked questions. So in this question paper, first two sections are where you have to fill your email address and your name. And the first question is the most ecologically relevant environment factor. So the most ecologically relevant environment factor is temperature. Temperature decides so many reactions in anyone's body. Temperature decides the humidity, temperature decides the enzymatic action. So it is the most relevant environment factor. Second question is, mango trees do not grow. Mango trees cannot grow in temperate countries like Canada and Germany. So the last option will be the correct. Next question is, few organisms can tolerate and thrive in a wide range of temperature. They are called eurythermals, means the organisms which can survive in a wide range of temperature, they are known as eurythermals. But what are stenothermals? Stenothermals are those organisms which cannot survive a wide range of temperature. The next question is, next to temperature, which is the most important factor influencing the life of organism? So next to temperature, water is the most important factor. This line is completely mentioned in your NCERT that next to temperature, water is the most important factor which is influencing the life. Next one is, organisms are restricted to a narrow range of salinity. They are called stenohaline. Term haline represents salinity and steno means a small range, means a narrow range. So organisms which are restricted to a narrow range of salinity, they are called stenohaline. Next one is, regulators are all birds and mammals, means all birds and mammals can survive in a wide range of temperature. They maintain a constant body temperature, that's why they are regulators. Birds and mammals are capable to maintain a constant body temperature, that's why they are known as regulators. Next one is, green plants are producers, they are conformers. So the C option means third option will be correct. Green plants are both producers and conformers. Why conformers? Because green plants cannot maintain a constant body temperature, means the plant body cannot maintain a constant temperature, that's why they are conformers. Then next question is, Colorado National Park is situated in Bharatpur, Rajasthan. Next one is, winter sleep is known as hibernation. Estivation, first option is estivation. Estivation is meant for summer sleep and winter sleep is known as hibernation. Diapause, the third option is given here, which is diapause. Diapause represents a state where an organism is in inactive state. So hibernation represents winter sleep, estivation represents summer sleep. Next question is, in kangaroo rat, water is produced by fat metabolism. Water is the byproduct of this reaction in which the kangaroo rats produce water and so many other things. So water is the byproduct of this reaction, and in this way kangaroo rats are adapted for the harsh situations. Next question is, leaf in opuntia. Leaf in opuntia are reduced to spine. It is also a adaptative, means the plant of opuntia is adapted in this way. They reduce their leaves to reduce the transpiration, and their leaves are reduced to spines. Next is altitude sickness is due to low atmospheric pressure of high altitude. Means at high altitude region their atmospheric pressure is very low and you become sick, you started feeling suffocation due to absence of proper oxygen, due to absence of proper atmospheric pressure. So high altitude sickness is due to low atmospheric pressure of high altitudes. Next one is, if the age distribution is plotted for the population, this resulting structure is called age pyramid. Means if you plot a pyramid like structure, if you distribute the age criteria, if you distribute the age within a population, you will get a structure which is known as age pyramid. Next one is, number of birds during a given period in the population that are added to the initial density is known as, in this question some typing mistake is there, that should be number of birds. Number of birds during a given period in the population that added to the initial density is known as natality. Natality indicates number of births, mortality indicates number of deaths, and immigration is represented with the number of individuals which come into a place from somewhere else, and immigration represents the the number of persons who are leaving out that particular place. Then next one is, J-shaped curve is found. J-shaped curve is found in exponential growth model when there are favorable condition and sources are unlimited. Then this type of growth is seen, means whenever resources are unlimited in amount, they are unlimited and all the conditions are very favorable, then this type of growth curve is seen, this type of growth model is seen, that is exponential growth model, and here you can get the curve of J-shaped. Interaction in which both the species are equally benefited is known as mutualism. So mutualism is a type of species interaction. Mutualism is a type of interaction where both the species are equally benefited. In competition, one is benefited, one is harmed. In predation, again one is benefited and one is harmed. And in parasitism, one is benefited and another one is harmed. But mutualism is the relationship, mutualism is the interaction where both the species are equally benefited. Next is, Calotropis produces poisonous cardiac glycoside, means they produce poisonous glycosides which affect the heart of the organism. So Calotropis produces poisonous cardiac glycoside. Next is, parasitism is seen in birds. Parasitism is the quality of birds and it is seen in birds. So what is brood parasitism? In this phenomena, one bird lays eggs in the nest of another birds and that host birds do all the works, means hatches the eggs and take care of that eggs. So this phenomena is known as brood parasitism and it is seen in birds. Next one is, in this type of interaction, one species is benefited without affecting other. This type of interaction is known as commensalism. Why? Because here one species is benefited without affecting another one. In amensalism, one is harmed but the other species is not affected. Means in amensalism, which is the first option of the question, in amensalism one species is harmed and the another one is not affected. Parasitism, one species is harmed and one is benefited. Mutualism, both are equally benefited, but in commensalism one is benefited without affecting other. Next question is mycorrhiza association. What is mycorrhiza? Mycorrhiza is association. It is a mutualism type of interaction. It is a mutualism interaction in which fungi and roots of higher plants are connected, they associate to form mycorrhiza, fungi and roots of higher plants. The fungi and roots of higher plants are equally dependent on each other for their food material, for the absorption of water, and they form a association which is known as mycorrhiza. Then tools of recombinant DNA technology are restriction enzyme, polymerase enzyme, ligase and vector, and the option is all of the above. So the correct option will be all of the above, because all these options, all the things which are mentioned in the options are required for the DNA recombinant technology. Restriction enzyme is used to cut the DNA, and polymerase enzyme is used to make so many copies of that desired DNA. Ligase is used to join the fragments of DNA, and vectors are used to transfer desired DNA material, desired DNA fragment from one organism to another. So all the tools are very important for DNA recombinant technology. Next one is genetic information is preserved while. Genetic information is preserved while asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction produces clones which are identical in genetic form also as well as their structural form. So genetic information is preserved in asexual reproduction, but sexual reproduction provides variation, variation in genetic structure, variation in so many others way. So genetic information is preserved by asexual reproduction. Next one is, in a chromosome there is a specific DNA sequence which is responsible for initiating the replication. It is known as origin of replication. The specific DNA sequence which is responsible for the origin of which is responsible for the origin of replication is known as origin of replication. Here from at this point, at this sequence, replication of DNA starts from this part of the DNA. Next one is, alien piece of DNA can replicate and multiply itself in the host organism. This is known as cloning. Making so many copies of any DNA fragment is known as cloning. Another one is extra chromosomal material that can replicate itself really is known as plasmid. Plasmid is extra chromosomal material basically found in bacteria. So plasmid can replicate itself very easily. It's a extra chromosomal material, means means a fragment of DNA or fragment of genetic material which is extra chromosomal, which is not basically bound with an chromosome of that particular bacteria. So they can replicate very easily. The first restriction endonuclease is HindII. Then DNA fragments can be separated by a technique known as gel electrophoresis. Gel electrophoresis is used to separate the fragments of DNA. I will explain you all the other options as well. Restriction endonucleases are used to cut the desired piece of DNA. Then cloning, what is cloning? Cloning is making so many copies of our desired DNA. And sedimentation, you all know what a sedimentation is. So the gel electrophoresis is the technique which is used to separate DNA fragments. Next one is, Bt toxin is produced by. Bt toxin is produced by bacteria. Then inactive form of Bt toxin is converted into its active form in gut of insect. Bt toxin remains in inactive form, but whenever any insect eat that, whenever any insect intake that Bt toxin, that complex molecule, that it get converted into its active form in the alkaline pH of gut, in the alkaline pH of the gut of that insect. So inactive form of Bt toxin is converted into its active form in the gut of insect due to its alkaline pH. Then insulin consists of two polypeptide chains. What are polypeptide? What do you mean by polypeptide? Polypeptides are the you can say they are chains of protein and there are chain polymers of amino acids. One or more, two or more amino acids are connected, are joined with the help of peptide bonds. Next one is, first gene therapy was given to a girl with adenosine deaminase deficiency. So first gene therapy was given to a girl with adenosine deaminase deficiency. Next, choose the incorrect word. ELISA is based on the principle of antigen antibody reaction. Correct one. This statement is correct. Second option is ELISA is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. This statement is also correct. This technique is used to detect AIDS. And fourth option is, this technique is not confirmatory test for AIDS. Your fourth statement is correct, means this technique is not confirmatory test for AIDS. This is just a test, not the confirmatory test. The confirmatory test for AIDS is Western blot technique. So this is not the confirmatory test for AIDS. So third statement will be the wrong one, incorrect one. This technique is used to detect AIDS, because which one is the confirmatory test for it? That is Western blot technique. Next one is, use of bioresources by multinational companies and other organizations without proper authorization from the countries and people concerned without compensatory payment is known as biopiracy. You know what is piracy is? Piracy is stealing something. So biopiracy is stealing the biological resources without proper authorization. So that term is biopiracy. I hope you all are cleared with the questions which were related with the biological section. If you are having any doubt, you can share your doubts in the comment section. Please let us know your doubts so we can solve them, we can clear them out. I hope you are enjoying our sessions. Please let us know your valuable comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much.